Hello, welcome to Fantasy Football Sevens, our own podcast, talking about our own league, doing our own thing. I'm IDP Iggy. If you don't know me, thank you for joining today. Got a new booth set up. I hope you like it. Representing the Warrior Bowl guys right here is one of the tags. Repping my first year championship shirt. If you win your league, you get a homemade dye shirt just like this. I may change the logo this year. I haven't decided. But it's the biggest IDP tournament in the world. The truth of you, 6 of you are going to win your league. Think about that. That's an accomplishment in itself. Being able to win a 16-team league, you got less than a 6% chance of getting there. So if you get there, you get this. There's some cool cards in there. We give away all kinds of stuff. You can see some of the cards, probably not from there. You could get an Aaron Rodgers card if you're a fan. We're going to work something out for you, okay? It's going to be a lot of fun, I promise. Before we get too far into it, I do want to tell everybody about Kawasaki's disease, okay? It's something that my daughter experienced as an 8-month-old. That's why we have this league. The whole reason we have this league is to make people aware of this disease that not too many people know of. When I thought of Kawasaki, I thought of a dirt bike, an ATV, or something like that, right? Until I had to go spend 9 days in Children's Hospital with my daughter who had Kawasaki's disease, okay? Luckily, she's healthy right now. We don't know everything. So before we get too far into the draft order, which you're going to find out where you're drafted in 3 days to prep, it's very important in a 16-team league. You need to find out where you're drafted, okay? But before we get in there, I want to show you some of these photos, right? Because this is what she looked like, too. If you guys read the information sheet, you saw some photos of my daughter. She had red spots all over her. Her legs were red. If you see any of these symptoms, you need to go to your doctor, okay? Because you only have a little bit to catch it. It's high fever lasting more than 5 days, red bloodshot eyes, red cracked lips, swollen lymph nodes in the neck, rash involving most of the body, skin peeling off their hands. It's very bad. Hand swollen, okay? We were greeted like on day 4 by this lovely organization, Kawasaki Kids 101, because it's almost all young kids that get this disease. It's a leading acquirer of heart disease in developed nations. If you're watching this, you probably live in a developed nation. So that's why this is important. You could save your kid's life. You could save your cousin's life, your niece's life, a friend's kid's life, or just a kid's life. Think about that. So we're donating $1,000 to a foundation in the USA, a foundation in the UK, there was a huge spike around COVID. So I want everybody to know about Kawasaki's disease. It's very important to me, and that's why we're doing this, okay? And I've always got it right here on the podcast, baby, right next to Shrek, because Shrek's a big monster, and he can handle everything. He ain't scared of nothing. He's a compassionate monster, just kind of like me. I'm a compassionate monster, all right? So that's why I'm doing this. I'm very competitive. So this is going to be a fun and competitive league, all right? 16 people, 6 IDPs, 1 defense. You can stack TJ Watt with the Steelers. How does that sound? You want to get Rashawn Gary, double him down with the Packers, go do it. You want to get Micah Parsons with the Dallas Cowboy defense. You hate the Eagles. You want to see Parsons go sack them, kill them, go stack it. You're going to get a lot of points. This is a defensive league, okay? It's an IDP league, but I still play with defenses. I've set this league up. This is going to be the 11th year of this existence of this league. Trust me when I say it works. Trust me when I say you want to stack a good IDP with your defenses when possible, okay? But if you want to stream defenses, guess what? You can still do that. It is the beauty of it. The defenses score a lot of points. Okay, before we get to the draft, the second most important hint, you only got 5 on your bench. Think about that. You got to start 15 people. I only give you 5 on your bench, okay? The reason for that is I love the waiver wires to be active, to be very going. So the way you can do that, there's also 3 spots that are your IR spots. And in this league, COVID out at the last second, of course, an IR, a suspension, all those things you can put on your bench spot, okay? So make sure you utilize those 3 extra IR spots. Pay attention. If you get somebody that's out, early Sunday, boop, go pop them on there. Go pick somebody up on your waiver wire. All right, very helpful to know. It is small, Alex. I know, man. Super small. You got to work. You got to work the waiver wire in this league. You got to stay active. If you don't stay active, you're probably not going to win this league. All right, that's the fun part about it. The font with the joints too. Thank you, Alex, for that. What's up, Liam? Guys, it's so that part of it's very competitive. That's an edge. You know what else is very cool? We're on Sleeper. I've been hosting this on Sleeper. Those of y'all that have played with Sleeper, you know what you can do. Doubtful people, as soon as they designate out, you can play them, okay? You have to be kind of last second. Hopefully you get a good primetime game and hopefully you get that 12 o'clock Eastern time slot, Central time slot, and you get to, take that person out before you get too much in the afternoon games. Us fantasy football heads, we know you get to that afternoon slot, you get busted. You better have that backup. You better have that handcuff, okay? That's another strategy. But what I was getting back to is the dual designation. People that know Sleeper know that you have dual designation. It's kind of like having a basketball player like Timmy Duncan or Luka or LeBron. right? Not that they get to play offense and defense, but they get to play two positions for you. So you can put them in you can put them in the defensive line, you can put them in a linebacker, you can put them in a DB, you can put them in a linebacker. Those guys have extreme value in this league because of the 5 bench. What's up, Jerica? Glad to have you back. So they're very valuable. With only 5 bench spots, if you have 4 guys that can be defensive linemen, linebackers, guess what? Your versatility allows you to stretch your roster and be able to cover a lot more gaps. So, for example, Cordell Patterson, we've been saying it all year. If you've been listening to Alex or me or other people, expect regression from Cordell Patterson because he's not going to get that many touchdowns, right? He could get a lot of volume and passing. This is a half PPR league, but his value comes at he's one of the few offensive players that have that running back wide receiver designation. So if you can find somebody that's good like that and you can get them, their value is much more in this league. So that's my other point of emphasis. Also, don't neglect the kicker. Let's get back to week 17. Last year, it was a runoff. They both had 2 of the same player, or they had 2 of the same players, and then the difference was Boswell. I don't know if y'all remember that game. He kicked 4 field goals, including a 50-yarder, which is 6 points in our league, and then he got 2 40-yarders, which is 5.5, and he made 2 extra points. And that won it for him. Boswell, the kicker, some position people don't even think about, won this guy a shirt. He got to get a Micah Parsons jersey because if you win the league, if you win this tournament, I'm going to buy you your favorite IDP jersey. I don't care if it's old school. I don't care if it's new school. I want it to be one that you're going to rep. My only rule is it's got to be an IDP player, baby. I ain't going to go buy you a quarterback jersey. I'm not going to go buy you a wide receiver jersey. They got to be a fat boy on the defensive line, a linebacker, or a DB charging, okay? And I love it for you, okay? Oh, man, come on. Kickers where it's at. It's what won the league. But so think about it. Don't neglect it. Look at matchups. There's always going to be good. I want everybody to utilize the league. There's so many positions. Another cheat code is you get points for return yards as a defense and as an individual player. So think about that stack. I forgot the name. I should have had it loaded. But if you get the guy that had 1,000 return yards, you're going to get points. You get 1 point for every 15 yards, and then you're going to get his points double that on the defensive special teams if you stack it. All right. I looked at I watched the 96 Packers game. For y'all don't know, I'm a huge Packer fan. Got my Pack Attack corner over there right next to the 420 sign. And I watched the Super Bowl. Desmond Howard had like 200 and something yards in that game. If you have a guy, if you're on that week 7 or week 14 bye week, which if you don't know which bye weeks are the heavy weeks yet, you need to start knowing that real quick. Look at the draft kit, Iggy's IDP complete draft kit. The bye weeks are on there. Offensive coordinators, defensive coordinators, tiered rankings for every position, including kickers. Go check that out. But if you get in that bad bye week, that's going to help you out on that short week. You're going to know, well, this guy at least returns every yard, and they kick to him. They're playing outside at Buffalo. It's windy as hell. There's no way they're going to be able to touch back it. Okay, let's go get it. Let's go get those points. Got to be conscious of those points, all right? And I do want to say thank you, everybody, for playing Fantasy Football Sevens. I love this league. It's a lot of fun to me. I think you're going to have a lot of fun. Look, we got a green screen over there. I'm going to be getting entertaining this year. This is just the introductory show, okay? Always going to keep it kind of short. And with no further ado, let's look at our draft order, baby. All right, going to load it up. I have to move off the screen. I'm going to set it twice. So I'm going to hit it set order, and then I'm going to set the order again, all right? So let's see how that looks. Coming up first, the first division we are talking about today, the draft a little under 3 days away. We're talking 2 hours, 23 hours, 2 days, 23 hours away. Setting the order for the Samuel L. Jackson. First randomizing is done. Second one is coming. And that's it. That's our order. Let's take a look. There it is right there. 10 man, number 1. Ryan, Incubus Arby, number 2. Bogart and the GMM Network, give me money, number 3. It's Luke Peterson, number 4. S. Wickles, 1, 2, 3, number 5. Sir Adam, 50, number 6. Folio, representing the Warrior Bowl, number 6. Meds, number 8. Garrett Apps, number 9. Cooper's dad, 55, number 10. Greg Warrior Bowl, number 11. Micah Dynasty Fantasy Football, number 12. Fantasy Football Hustler, you got lucky, number 13, baby. Sin City Heat, number 14. Sir Nomiel, last year's second place winner. He's the one that got beat out by the kicker. He's dropping 15th. And then Raiders Butt, 64, who I'm in a Dynasty League with. You are drafting 16. So that is our first league, the Samuel L. Jackson. It's hard just to get through the draft list and that's 16 names, you know. So I hope you got your draft order. Right now we're moving on to the best league. Danny Trejo, that's my league, right? Come on now. Let's see here. So we set the order. We're going to randomize it twice, just like we did. Boom. And then randomize again. Boom. There it is. So the order for the Danny Trejo League: Obi-Wan No Kenobi, Phil South T. Taylor, Whitley, Sam Whitley, number 2, Houston Dankheads, the guy I played fantasy football with longer than anybody, number 3, AFVCJPS, number 4, Luke Renton, 98, number 5, Mitchester, number 6, Ned Kelly, our Aussie, got in the Aussie. We got it up to 4 continents this year. I'm super pumped to have an Aussie on the board. Ned Kelly, the Outlaw Commander. She's got great stuff. Go check him out. IDP'd myself. Great name. I love it. K. Ruth, number 8. Yours truly, number 9. Stina, 887, number 10. Then we got Stolen Goods, Slim Dickens, man. Another person I played fantasy football with longer than anybody. Number 11. 89 Mundi. Callie King, 49er, 17. 13. Bishop Cody. Cody's a great fantasy football player. Number 14. McNarly, 15. And C.Y. Yerkin, number 16 on the turn. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. All right, here we go to the Robin Williams division. Set in the order right now. 2 randomizes. There's 1. Boom, and here's 2. Number 1, we got Jared Gray coming up with the 4th spot. Way to go, Jared. I'm proud of you, man. Mork from Ork. Oh, that's Bill Schuster. What a tough one. Number 2, Tarek, 2907. Number 3, Hawaii 3G. Greg, you're drafting 4th over there in Hawaii. That's good. You got Fernando, number 5. That's a rivalry, man. Fernando and Bill Schuster, they played each other in the division last year. So I forgot to tell you, if you play in the division, in this setup, we have a custom schedule. And if you're in your division, take a look who's in your division. You're going to play those people twice. And if you go to the playoffs, you're going to play one more of them again. And that's what happened to Bill and Fernando. They played each other 3 times. Bill got by him. They're in the same division this year. Talk about a rivalry now. Cross-dressing and super flexing. JC, number 6. Figaro, number 7. Shrimp on the Barbie, one of the most competitive people I know in fantasy football, drafted number 8. The Tyrant, drafted number 9. Omega King, drafted 10. Back for seconds, last year's champion, Tyler. Mr. D, back for seconds, no drafted number 11. You're going to have a hard one. Hey, Queen Roxanne, my fellow Colorado person, we are here. Drafted 12th right now. Big guys. That's Bob Long, man. You're drafted number 13. Number 14, one of my favorite people I've met on Twitter, Phil Sway, number 6. He's over there in the UK, wrapped up in a little more. Lanke, 1974, you're drafting 15th. And Hannah, you're on the turn. Way to go, Hannah. I'm so proud of you. On the turn. Hey, I like drafting on the turn myself. I don't know about you guys. It's my favorite spot to be. Antonio, you are in. It should have a picture of the guy of right there. I haven't said your name yet, so you must not be in this one yet. I think you're in Winota. Here we go. This is you, Antonio. I'm pretty sure. Let's see. Randomize. 1 and 2. Let's see, Antonio, if I see you on here. I didn't see you yet. Yeah, there you are. You're in this league, Antonio, so I'll tell you your order in just a second. J-Dubs, 1035. You are drafting 1st in the Winona division. Balls in the gutter. You're drafting 2nd. Joey the Tooth last year had a great run at the end to get into the playoffs. He's drafting 3rd. Watch out for him this year. Team Hammer, you're drafting 4th. All right. Antonio, 420. You are drafting 5th, my friend. All right. Panthers of the Bahia, Brazil, Tom Alaravia, you are drafting 6th. Fantasy Good, my guy TD, you're drafting 7th. Winchester, Fieldville, you're drafting 8th. That's Eric Yahola. Thank you from Oklahoma, man. You're drafting right in the middle. Some people love that spot. Jericho, you're drafting Driscoll, 420 at the 9th spot. Way to go, Jericho. PFF Marcy on the 10th. Sim Tex Mex in the 11th. Savory 2-3 from the 12th. We got Mike B. Waller on the 13th. Glad to have you, Mike. Rockets FF drafting from the 14th. Go, Johnny, go. Drafting from the 15th. And my man, Ty Boski on the turn. Gotta love it. Back-to-back picks, my man. Who doesn't love that? Oh, it's my favorite. I'm telling you, I'm not joking. All right, here we go to the Ewan McGregor. Some heavy hitters in this one. This is going to be interesting. I think this is the one you're in, Liam, correct? Oh, no, you're in Martin Freeman. We got 1 randomization, and now we got 2. Here we go. T-Goss 19 drafted first. Kamish Casey drafted number 2. Watch out. He had a good run last year. Master IDP drafted 3. The Warrior Bowl, original champion. Right up here, the guy that won the first year. Talking about flavorize this. Watch out now. He's going to be bringing the heat. One of my favorite people I've met in Twitter. Mick McGive, you're drafting the 5th spot, bro. My favorite number. Represent that. You have to do well in the Ian McGregor division league. I mean, come on. Let's go. You got to represent. All right. Number 6, we got Ollie Cook, 89. Drafting from the 7th. We got 5-yard rush, Murph. Right in the middle. Way to go, Murph. Pretty good, or pretty close to the middle. Man, look at this UK stack we got here. 5-yard rush, Murph. Then we got NATO NFL drafting 8th. Then my guy, Big Amo, drafted number 9, man. So that's a heck. You guys are going to be sniping each other left and right. That's going to be carnage. Pretty Richie, guy I play in a Dynasty League with. Very active, makes very good comments. You're drafting the 10th, my friend. NNY, you're drafting the 11th. Mirla 6th, the 12th. I'm lumbing back. Dustin, my man, drafting from the 13th spot. Alpha Dogs Fantasy, talking about Jeronic 7988, drafting from the 14th. Richard Kingy, drafting from the 15th. And last year's 3rd place, a league winner. Talking about Luis Vanez, drafting from the 16th spot. He had such a great year last year. Warrior Bowl finalist. League winner in Fantasy Football 7. Something else in another league I saw that he was in where he was a finalist. Luis Vanez, the league winner. You guys got it. That's just Ian McGregor's brutal. You know your draft order. Lewis, you're drafted on the turn. Gotta love that, my man. Wrapping it up with one last division. Martin Freeman, my favorite, one of my favorite actors. Bilbo guy. Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Make sure you got your towel out there, everybody. You gotta need your towel. Gotta have one. All right. There's the first one. Boom. All right, Liam. Let's see where you're at right now. We got Hillbilly, the fat cat, drafting 1st overall. Dan Hughes, 99, drafting 2nd. Congratulations, Dan. Shamuler 49ers. That's Humberto Sholem joining us from Brazil. We have about 4 or 5 people from South America this year. I'm so pumped to have it. Those guys know their football. They're going to be bringing it too. So number 3. My guy, Humberto. Rams Dad Rams, drafted number 4th. Rapper's Delight, that's ADZT666. This guy had the longest win streak last year. He had like 11 wins, I believe, before he finally made his first loss. Watch out over there. We got the Blue Goose, 13. And then Liam, my man, drafted from the 7th spot. Not bad. Right in the middle. A lot of people like it. Should be getting some good targets. All right. Hypnotic Relaxation. That's Brother Roz. He dropped it right in the middle. Talking Mel Gibson. He's right there on fire. Mini Tiger. Glad to have you in here. You're drafting from the 9th position. NFL Smogdown here for sports. Drafting number 10th. We got Brad Laveau drafting from the 11th. Super XYZ from the 12th. That's my man Jacob on South Padre Island. Hope you're doing all right, Jacob. Patty, you're drafting from the 13th spot. Lucky 13. It's going to be a good run. Jason T, 1991, Houston Texans fan, drafted from the 14th spot. Dallas Corinho, also a Brazilian, drafted from the 15th spot. And then my man Kieran, the Patriots fan, boo. Kieran 94, drafted from the 16th spot. Hey, you know your draft order. You got a couple days now to go practice, do some mocks. I could give you all kinds of mocks to go do. Go to Fantasy Pros, go to Draft Wizard, use it on Sleeper. Doesn't really matter. Make sure you set the settings to 16 because if you try to do a mock draft with 12 teams, by the time you get to the 6th round, all those people are going to be gone. And you're going to be thinking you were supposed to get somebody that is long, long, long gone because 16 picks takes a long time, all right? Hey, it's a 12-hour count, guys. We are international. I don't know if you guys heard me. 4 continents. 4 continents, okay? So be patient. We'll be drafted before the NFL kicks off. Okay, I promise. We'll have that done. All right. So you know your draft order. Do your business. Remember, flex positions are gold. Look out for good defenses. There you go. 420 Hustler says he's hosting mocks drafts. My channel, follow him on social media. Get on it. Try to get some 16 mocks going, Alex. Let's try to make this happen. And yeah, guys, just practice it. It's fun. It's all for fun. If somebody doesn't set their lineup, I'm not going to go set their lineup for them. I think that's unfair to the people in that league. But I do want people to try to stay active. Try to set your lineup. Try to keep them going. There was a couple people that didn't set their lineups at all last year. They actually lost every game. Can you imagine losing 14 games in fantasy football? Not me. I haven't lost that many in collective years. All right. So that's not happening. All right. But I do thank you guys all for joining. I tell you, all our podcasts will be about this length or a little bit shorter. I'm gonna, I'll do it in 2 weeks. We'll see where we're at in 2 weeks with the draft. We'll do an update. We'll talk about some more things. And then once the season kicks off, I would love to have guests. This is every Wednesday. I'm going to record this show at this time. If you feel like you can come on, you want to have a good week, you had a bad week, you want to talk about something, I don't care, man. Come on the show. I'm all about having people. I want people to come on here and have a good time because this is your league. Look, I didn't raise $1,000 last year to give to that organization up there. We collectively raised $1,000 to give to that organization last year. We collectively are playing in this league, okay? We collectively are going to meet our goals, and we collectively are going to have fun. This is our podcast. Let's have fun. This is our league. Largest IDP tournament in the world, man. You got to win your division. Then you got to win your conference. Then you get a chance to possibly win your league and compete against 5 other teams, or excuse me, the truth is 11 other teams trying to win the league in the final round. It's a tournament. It's going to be a lot of fun. I thank you so much. I'm IDP Iggy, the referee in the stands. Go Pack Go, Fantasy Football Sevens, and long live IDP, baby.